Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to another edition with Transformation with Kareem Nanji. Yup, you shouldn't have done that. And that's what we're going to talk about on this channel. We talk about everything and anything that makes us not awesome, but freaking awesome human beings. Anything less than that is not welcome. The power of being vulnerable. Vulnerability. Should you be vulnerable? And why should you be vulnerable? And that's the question that you should be asking. People who are reserved and within themselves can never get ahead in their life. In any life. They can never get anything that they want in their life. But when you are vulnerable, when you put yourself out there on the chopping block every day, guess what happens? You become younger. You become smarter. You fulfill your dreams. You fulfill your wishes. You are living on the edge. And that is the power of being vulnerable. See, vulnerability is all about putting yourself out there. See, it's human nature. I don't know if it's human nature, but somehow we have learned this, that it's always to be prim and proper, to say the right things, to have no flaws in your life, to show the world that you are the best. Guess what? Even they fart. They are not vulnerable. Yep, I said that. You know why? Because nobody's perfect in this world. You need to be vulnerable to get ahead in life, to have a life of purpose. When you're vulnerable, people like imperfections. You know why? Because then they can relate to you. Think about that. Then they can relate to you. If you are not vulnerable, and if you are all that prim and proper, then guess what? They can't relate to you. They don't think they have anything in common with you. Be the first to say thank you. Be the first to say, can you help me? I need help here. Be the first to say, I have trouble in my life. What can I do to help me? Think about that. See, vulnerable people ask questions like this, and this is how it works. Listen, I'm vulnerable right now. Right now at this moment, I'm very vulnerable. I'm saying things that are coming out of my mouth. Some people like it, and some people don't. Some people might think I'm ugly, and some people might think I'm beautiful. Whatever it is, who cares? I'm putting myself out there on a chopping block. There are people out there who says you should be saying this, and you should be saying this way. That's okay. Let them, and they have a right to say that. Don't condemn them. Always, when people say something to you, take it with constructive criticism. Take it and understand it and say, okay, fine. What can I learn from this? Because a successful human being is always vulnerable and takes the good and leaves the bad. So if you want to be happy, you want to be successful in your life, and if you want to have a life of purpose, you need to be vulnerable. You know why people are not? Because vulnerability is a fear barrier. That's another word for it. It's a fear barrier. You need to get over that fear barrier. And when you there's a rainbow at the end of that fear barrier. Think about that. If you're just sitting at home and doing nothing and you don't take that first step, because you might think that somebody might say, oh, you're not cut out for this. What do they know? They're just sitting at home doing nothing. At least you're doing something. And that makes you one step ahead to achieving your goals. And when you are giving your value to the world, guess what's happening? You are becoming happier. Give that what you want to receive in this world, and do not be afraid to be condemned, to be afraid to be insulted, be afraid that somebody might say something to you, because it's not their business. Everybody's unique in this world. Any successful human being in this world was once vulnerable. And even today, once they're successful, they're still being more vulnerable. You know why? Do you know why? Because they've learned from that first failure that that is where the gold lies. The gold is after being vulnerable, not before. Think about that. You want to be successful and happy? Go out there and put yourself on the chopping block every single day. Know I gave you value, my friends. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so we can make this world a better place. Awesome place. Yes, awesome place. Live consciously, with purpose, in the moment, and with freaking passion. So much passion that is oozing out of you.